Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is something that I've basically been talking to you all about, is that like a series in which you all learn a lot more about me so that we can build a relationship when it comes to getting to know one another. But I also wanted to include people that are near and dear to me, friends, family members, things of that nature, so that you all can get to know them as well and their differing perspectives on everything. So with that being said, this series is what I would like to call Never Have I Ever. And again, included will be people that I'm close with, and then people that I also want to get to know in a sense. You all have seen this dude on my channel before. The way that the series is going to work, we're both going to ask each other 3 questions, and starting off like at this point until we run out of questions, we're going to use this game that we utilize a lot during game night, literally called Never Have I Ever. So it's definitely inspired, not a sponsored video, but so yeah, like I was saying, it's not a sponsored video. However, I'm also going to ask for you all to provide questions. That way I can use them when it comes to my next guest. I forgot to mention, we're also going to have discussion thereafter, like just a quick discussion about our thoughts when it comes to different subjects. So yeah, without further ado, like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you are notified when it is that I post a video. So yeah, without prolonging this video any longer, let's get to it. Today, we are going to get to learn a little more about John. All right, so we're gonna answer these as truthful as possible. John's gonna pick 3. I'm gonna pick 3. My drink of choice today, my drink of choice today is the Red Edition Red Bull, because you all know I don't drink liquor.
My drink of choice today is a red potion. It's a secret sauce.
Go ahead and pick your first question to ask me. Make sure you speak up so that they can.
Never have I ever slept with someone that was below my standards. Wait. So you're not going to answer the question? Is that what you drinking?
No, you drink if you...
Oh, you drink if you've done it before?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you drink if you haven't done it.
No.
Okay.
You drink if you've done it.
Now that we know the rules, and now that we know that we drink if we've done it, the fact that you've done it, I think we should hear a little bit about this person that was below your standards. A little bit.
I don't know if I want to say that.
Can we just use hypothetical names? We don't have to do like this person. Anybody that knows Lola knows.
I know, that's why I'm like, oh, I don't want to be messy.
Basically, it was this person out here in the world. And
okay, next question.
They caught Lola at a vulnerable time in her life when she was younger than 21.
I'm not including this. Never have I ever cock blocked a friend.
I feel like that's a girl thing to do. However, you know, cock blocking actually could be the best thing you ever done for someone.
Don't try and justify it.
Like, when you have beer goggles, or if you think that you're talking to a 10 and you have to talk to a 3.5.
Okay. Like, all right.
I've saved my friends. I'm trying to tell you. They would have woke up with a sea lion next to them.
Okay.
I'll answer this one. Had more than one one night stand in 1 week. That was lame.
No. I'm not out here in these streets like that. Never have I ever found a sex tape made by my parents.
Oh, God. So, I've never found a sex tape that was made by my parents. And growing up, I didn't live with my mom and dad together, so they were separate. However, I did find tapes that were explicit and or had adult situations in them. Separately for my mom. Oh, God. And then my dad. And I found some other things, and I don't even want to talk about it on camera. I'm just going to go ahead and drink. I'm trying to drink to forget. That's some bullshit.
Never have I ever had revenge sex.
So, revenge sex is so... It
No,
so
John.
terrible.
Yeah, like...
So, I don't even know... You're having sex with someone because you're mad at them because of the things that they've done, or is it you're having sex with someone because you're mad at someone else?
Revenge sex is revenge sex. I think it's like very black and white.
Nah, I feel like it's some gray area.
John, drink.
Oh, God.
Like, I actually know his answer to this, so.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta sex on revenge. Just gotta throw it out the window, all caution. These hoes ain't loyal.
You!
Wait, what?
Like,
hit on someone I knew was in a relationship. Never have I ever.
man, this one doesn't even count.
Drink your damn courage juice.
Okay, so I do want to explain the story behind this because, you know what, I might do this like a story time. I was paid to hit on people that were in relationships. Yes, I might do let me know if y'all want a story time about that, but I'm not even gonna go into too much detail about that. Like, yeah.
People pay people to hit on
Anyway, let's jump straight to the point of this video. I know a lot of times, like when it comes to relationships, there's a lot of boundaries and lines that people don't cross. Yeah. And a lot of that being, you know, dealing with exes, you know, dealing with people that have reputations behind them, like a lot of taboo situations. What is your opinion when it comes to that?
Dealing with exes or hoes? Because that's too separate.
I mean, like, just answer freely.
Dealing with exes, I feel like there's always that boundary, that area of, there's no gray, it's black and white. So it's that boundary that you set, whether it be through the person that you're with, you're trying to be respectful and making sure that you're not upsetting the person. However, you know, there are times in which folks are not over their ex and they still go back and forth and they're still dibbling and dabbling when it comes to the person they're with, and then they're still with their ex. So it's kind of messy. When it comes to dealing with hoes, it's a whole nother subject, whole nother story. However, I want to say, the saying is, hoes ain't loyal. Outlier. However, a lot of times when it comes to these hoes, they put up this facade that they are loyal and that they are loyal to you. So any non-goofy would understand that whatever these hoes out here saying, that they might be saying it to other folks. And dealing with them, you can actually put them on different levels on dealing with hoes. And we can just say we can do level 1, level 2, level 3. So the first level of dealing with a hoe is you don't pay them any mind, any attention, nothing. You just let them just come to you, and whatever happens, happens. most people are on that level of dealing with hoes. A lot of guys in relationships, and they don't want to admit it or not, they are on that level. They're like, shit, or shoot, I'm going to deal with this girl if my girl doesn't know. And if it happens, it happens. But it's like such a rare moment that happens that no one really actually goes through with this. The second level is I'm going to talk to a girl that I've known that could be a hoe. And I'm going to deal with her on a level in which, you know, I'm going to tell her some information. I'm going to give her a little bit about myself and who I'm with if I'm with a girl. And if I'm not with a girl, you're going to deal with her the same way. You're going to give her a little bit about your life. You're going to bring her in. You're going to deal with her a certain level. But she's still a hoe because you can't forget that. So you're going to either one night only, or you're going to, you know, I wouldn't take her to Thanksgiving dinner with the family. And then there's that third level hoe that you actually might take her to the Thanksgiving dinner with the family. You might hang out a little bit. It was funny because I seen something earlier about like how you can rent a person come with you. They might take a photo with you. They might actually say the prayer with you.
So desperate.
They gonna wear matching outfits. But the third level hoe is like, that's really extreme because you know in your heart of hearts that she out here and she's for everyone. But she is old faithful. She's the one that you can call at 3 o'clock in the morning. You be like, you know, my girl ain't acting right. And or all these hoes ain't shit. She be like, baby, come home to mama.
Sound like an old woman.
Nah.
Like, it does. Like, that sounds like a cougar. Baby, come home to mama.
Level 3 might be a cougar. It might be a cougar. These cougars out here.
She's a secure hoe.
Hey,
like,
there's some old hoes out there. And there's some females I know that there's some old hoes out there. Trust me.
Yeah, so when it comes to me dealing with exes, I personally, like, I know a lot of people are like, you're an ex for a reason. I'm done dealing with you. However, I feel like the people that I personally was in relationships, like, I'm comfortable having friendships with, and like, I don't know if it's because, like, I don't know, like, I've genuinely built a connection with that person, and it also depends on how it was that our relationship ended in order for me to say whether or not I'm going to continue a relationship with them thereafter. However,
we're talking about hoes right now.
No, we're talking the topic is exes and hoes.
Yeah.
So what, like I said, when it comes to exes, as long as my ex is respectful when it comes to my relationship, as long as they know, like, clearly we're not together anymore. There's a lot that you can't do.
What if your ex is a hoe though?
John, like, I did not interject on you.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I was just, man.
If your ex is a hoe, then like, I mean, they probably were a hoe in a relationship. True. You shouldn't deal with them, like, period, point blank. Like, I wouldn't deal with them unless you knew they were a hoe going into it. You know, then it's like, okay, well, maybe we're better off as friends. Like, just saying. But when it comes to relationships, I don't think there's anything wrong with still dealing with your ex, depending on if that ex is respectful towards your relationship. If that ex, like, genuinely treated you right in a relationship, however, they weren't right for you, because I've had that personal experience with that. And also if that ex, like genuine, like, they were just a friend, because sometimes you think the best relationship for you is a relationship that you have with, like, your friend. And a lot of people are like, well, you know, my partner is my best friend. And yeah, like, there's a lot to be said about that. But yeah, those are my limitations when it comes to that. However, the whole thing, like, dealing with hoes, I feel as though, yeah, like, why I have friends that I would consider hypersexual. Like, I wouldn't say that they're a hoe necessarily. However,
can you explain hypersexual for the folks in the back that don't understand and know that?
Okay, me, for example, I feel as though I'm hypersexual in a sense that I'm okay and comfortable with talking about sex. However, I don't act out those tendencies. Like, I'm not I'm not out there acting out what it is.
So
like
you're a
I'm,
hoe in your mind.
like I mean, like
not in your
like I have some thoughts. Gosh, John.
I just wanted to. I just want everyone. Okay.
No. Like you know how you have conversations with your girls or your guy friends, and you're like just talking about like.
I bust that shit wide open right now.
John, I am bleeping out.
So wait, you. So you never had a conversation with a person and saying Trey Songz will get the bust.
Yeah, with Trey Songz hands down would get the business. But like I'm not an outward like hypersexual person. Like mine is more so like language and me being comfortable expressing that verbally. And what I do in my bedroom is what I do. But it's not like I don't have like an exponential amount of partners. Like I truly don't. However, I do have friends that are hypersexual in the same sense, and they actually execute on this.
Okay.
And like I see like hoes and hypersexuals, I see as two totally different things. It's okay to agree to disagree, you know, because some people are like, a hoe is a hoe, it's a hoe, like period, point blank.
I know hoes that are hoes that are hoes, but to know someone that's hypersexual, I think
it's like, you know,
as a
you're just,
male, I feel like that's, if you know the difference, then you're
yeah. So like, I mean, a hoe is just being a hoe without a purpose. Like, I mean, even though you do have hoes that have purposes, like.
But some girls are hypersexual, like they're hypersexual in the sense that
they just want sex. Fuck. Yeah, they just really, really like sex, and yeah, like there's a lot to be said about that because I personally do see sex as an art. However, some people don't. Like I see it as a form of passionate art. Anyway, that's like a whole another conversation to be had. But when it comes to dealing with a hoe, you have to know how to deal with them. Like there's like you go in dealing with them and like, you know, working with them in a different way because their mindset is a lot different, you know, from traditional people, even from like hypersexual people.
Right.
So yeah, that's just. I
feel like the first step in dealing with a hoe is you gotta let them know that they can't finesse you.
Yeah.
You're a hoe. And
guy or girl.
Yeah,
like it's not like gender specific.
Exactly. You know the game. So if you already know the game, a lot of times people get caught up in that the game. The game is like them trying to get something out of you. And you peep the game, you're like, nah, either you're trying to get sex, money, whatever you're trying to get out of it. A lot of times that's what a hoe is trying to get out of it. Maybe even be that they're hypersexual in the sense of that they want.
I mean, you
sex.
can't be a hypersexual hoe.
Most hoes, you know, are trying to gain something.
Like, there's an intent.
So if you let them know, hey, I see your whole ways and tendencies. However,
like an intent aside from like sex or verbalizing.
Absolutely.
Sex. Like,
absolutely,
there's a motive.
Once you call them out on that,
an opportunity.
They can't really bring in anything else to the table. That's when you start to find out a true hoe's intention. That's another conversation for another time.
Yeah, I feel like he's being a little shady right now. Just saying. Hey. Only if y'all knew. But yeah, I feel as though just in general, these are our thoughts. Like we're not saying like they're completely solidified because as you age and you become more wise, like your perspective on these two entities are like, you know, they vary.
I mean, I talk more about my experience with my exes and or ex.
Oh, you want to?
When it comes to dealing with exes in past relationships, I feel like in the sense that I was, it's this movie out there. It's called Good Luck Chuck. And basically, every person that he dated in his past was like a good luck charm for them to get married. And honestly, I feel like that's who I am. I set women up to get married. I haven't dated too many women in my past.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
But I think 3 of the women that I've been with, and as you get older, it really happens. That's just life. But this was many, many years ago. Even before I turned past 30, that these girls got married after they had stopped talking to me. Dealing with my ex and or exes, it's brought me to a realization that dealing with relationships and or the person after, the person you thought that was your forever, the grass isn't always green on the other side. Exes are difficult to deal with. The more exes you have to deal with, the harder it gets. Lucky for Lola, she doesn't have many exes to deal with, so.
Yeah, I don't. Like, my number is like super low. So I'm not really concerned about it. And that's why I make friends easily with my exes.
Hold on, wait. First of all, Savage, you need to go, but. She's climbing around. That's what we got to deal with right now.
Oh, baby. Hi, baby. Oh.
Remember, these hoes ain't real.
Oh, wait, first of all, she's not a hoe. Isn't that right, Mama? Nobody ever tapped that. That's my baby.
Right, because she got her shit removed.
Anyway, guys, so we're going to just end this video off here. Because John is starting to act out. But yeah, like, again, these are our views, and we're not like, it's hard to, like, if people do contest a viewpoint, it's hard to really talk about the things you all disagree with, because we're here talking to each other about it, or whomever the next person is, like, will be here talking to me about it. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll be able to do something that's like very interactive, where people can, disagree and ask for us to elaborate a lot more on our position when it comes to certain things. But yeah, hold on, do you have anything else you want to say about anything?
About hoes? I think you're savage. She said hoes. Hoes, relationships. No, I feel like this conversation.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, John, for joining me on this.
Thank you for having me.
Oh. Anyway, guys, until next time, I will see you all in my next video. Again, don't forget to provide, like, never have I ever questions. You can DM me on my IG or on Facebook or something like that. But yeah, until next time, guys, I will see you in my next video. Peace. Chug. Come on, John. Chug, 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 chug.
Chug, chug, chug.
Chug, 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 chug. Woo! You dirty, dirty dog.
Oh God. This Red Bull was so much. It was too much. The real deal.
Oh no. Alright, so I think we're probably at like, don't be looking at
Yeah, that's disrespect in the house right there. But I gotta clean it up. It's one of those nights. That's what it's called. The song.